Hello, hello. It is Direct Mail Monday, October 29th, 2018. Steve Sipress here with some of the mail that arrived in my mailbox over the past week or two in no particular order. Here we go. I did give a cursory look at it. There were some tricks and some treats. See what I did there? A little Hollywood theme. Although I will save the rest of the Hollywood theme for tomorrow because that's Topical Tuesday, and I just gave away the topic I will be discussing on tomorrow's video. So without further ado, let's get started. First one is a piece, and I have to admit, already opened it up, and because I was like, this is going to be really drivel. This is going to be terrible. I'm just going to open this up, just make sure before I throw it out. And then I realized it's so bad, but it's so typical that I just have to share it on Direct Mail Monday. So normally I do these on the fly, but in this case, I have pre-opened this one. Look at all the people that are here. Bob is here. Kevin's here. George is here. Good morning to you, Kevin. Good morning. That's because Kevin's on the other end of the earth. It's good evening here on the west coast of the U.S. Let me get my chair in gear here. And Jim is here. Good seeing you. So this is making just about every mistake you could possibly make, which is really good news for other people in this industry, because this is the typical crap that gets mailed out by people in this industry. So for you watching this video, you're in this industry or any other, and you start mailing out better stuff, you're bound to get better results. And this is bound to get no results and get people angry and going, I don't know, Steve, what are you talking about? Direct mail doesn't work. Because this guy will say that direct mail doesn't work because it won't work for him. So first of all, he's got his name and his business address, and it's all printed and typed out with all this gobbledygook, computerized. I mean, this is just the most business-looking thing, the pre-sort business. Like, this is junk mail. It is just screaming. We don't really care about anything because we give zero effort into making this something you want to open. Furthermore, it's addressed to my mom because if you pay attention and follow along, I had to officially, as the administrator of my mom's account, she passed away about 3.5 years ago, I had the mail forwarded here. So we're getting some stuff addressed to my mom. But nevertheless, it is the typical crap that comes out from insurance agents. So let's not show this guy's name so that we don't disparage him in particular. Oops, although he deserves to be disparaged in particular. But really what happens in this industry from clients I've worked with is, from my understanding, unless your situation might be different, is they are told, we'll do some marketing for you, and or they contribute some of their money, even worse, to we'll do the marketing for you. But this is the crap of the we'll do the marketing for you. The company's got its name and its logo in color at the top. So what sticks out to you and gets the most attention on this page? I guess I've just told you. It's what's in color and what's bigger than anything else and what's right at the top. And is that this agent who wants to be promoted and do some business? Of course not. It's the company. This is the biggest mistake that sales reps make when they sell for another company, is their stuff is promoting the company. So long after this guy is gone and gives up and starts to do something else, this company will have gotten their name and their logo in color right at the top, really big, into lots of houses around here and spread their name. But they're not doing anything for this guy. This is a very impersonal, bogus, mechanical message that will not get any response at all, and I'll just bore you with a little of it. They think the headline, which is the only other thing down here in red, I guess the phone number's up. No, their slogan, sorry. So they have their logo and their slogan in red because that's all they really care about. But then they have what they think is a headline. Give you a hint, the headline should be really big and at the top, not your logo and your name at the top. Should be really big, and it should get somebody compelled to say, I just got to read that. So this one says, you've been looking for a great deal. Count on us to bring it to you. I haven't been looking for a great deal. I'm very happy with my insurance. So major failure there, and count on us to bring it to you is just doesn't make me want to read this thing, but just for illustrative educational purposes. Dear Marilyn, when it comes to shopping around, you know what you're doing. My mom passed away 3.5 years ago. I assure you she does not know what she's doing. But I don't know what I'm doing either if this was addressed to me, because when it comes to shopping around, I know what I'm doing, says who. Whether it's electronics, clothing, or insurance, you're not just looking for the lowest price. You're after the best value. Now, I like the style of that message, actually, because it's speaking to lots of people are going to say, no, I am always looking for the lowest price, and they'll chuck this out because State Farm doesn't want people to want the lowest price. Apparently, they want people to want the best value. But when it comes to protecting your car, why should it be any different? Fortunately, as a State Farm agent, I am here to help. I may be able to help find you discounts up to 50%. See, that's such a mealy-mouthed, weak call to action message offer right there. I may be able to help find your discounts up to. We have 3 weasel words and phrases right there in one sentence. Weasel meaning you're weaseling out of it. Instead of making a bold claim, I can help, call me now. You say, I may be able to help. I may be able to help you find discounts up to 50%. Instead of just saying, call me for your 50% discount. Call me for your 25% discount. Call me for your guaranteed 10% discount, and maybe more. Guarantee something, tell them something bold, otherwise you're not getting the call, blah, blah, blah. Why do drivers choose State Farm more than any other insurer? There you go, promoting State Farm. Does it say, why do drivers choose me, the agent, instead of other agents? Because this is why I do it, and I love people, and I work hard, and I spend extra hours, and I go the extra mile. And no, nothing about the person, because it's written by the company for the company's benefit, not for your benefit. If you're a sales rep and your company says, we'll do the marketing and advertising for you, run, do it yourself. Okay, when I was with the Yellow Pages, I was famous for getting called into the manager's office all the time. Hey, this is unapproved. What are you mailing out? What are you sending? What's with this website? What was your business card? It's all got to be approved by the marketing department. This is not approved. And I always said the same thing, but you like the record-setting numbers and all the money I'm bringing in and all the money you're making, right? I can take it all down, stop using it all anytime. You just let me know. And it was always a sheepish, well, all right, well, just just keep it on the down. Just don't tell anybody else. Just, in other words, your crap doesn't work. I got to do it all myself. And if you're a sales rep for another company that includes all you multi-level marketers out there, the biggest mistake you make is you let the company promote itself, because you say, I am a rep for X multi-level company, and everyone runs away from you instead of saying, this is what I can help you with. This is the benefit you will get when you call me. Another piece that I opened, I don't remember, also addressed to my mom. This one I like. There's a headline, folks, so there you go. Does it have the logo and the slogan at the top of the thing? No. It's got a headline, special offer this week only, that does exactly, man, if I thought about it, I would have put them in this order, because what I just said, that one failed at, this one succeeds at. Put something at the top that makes people say, I got to read that. I got to find out. How can I get that special offer? And it's got a deadline this week only. Now, it's not a hard deadline. They've avoided saying this is the date you got to act by, so they can mail this out all the time and never have to change it. And then it says these hearing aids are from $7.99 per aid, and then there's another headline, getting more for your money is just plain smart. So where this one, the last one, I already threw it out, said, oh, you don't want to get the lowest price. This one screams right at you, yeah, that's just plain smart. You do want to get the lowest price. So they're going to come at us in a smarter way. They're going to say, we're going to give it a lower price and better value. They're going to do both. That one just screams, oh, you don't want a low price, and people just chuck the thing out. So we provide the best quality and getting more for your money. Just plain smart. In fact, yeah, it's the best quality at the lowest prices, to which the recipient has to say, anyone here? Robert Jones is here, great seeing. The average recipient is going to immediately say, I don't believe it. That can't be. That's too good to be true. You can't get the best quality at the lowest price. I don't believe it. What's the catch? And all those phrases and any of those responses tells you, you've got a good offer. You've got an irresistible offer. All they can think of is, that's too good to be true. Nobody said that with the last one, right? So now we blah, 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 which I'm sure is good stuff, by the way. We've got a good photo here of the target market. That's someone that looks like they're about the age of my mom, and that's probably where they got the name from, the list and the demographics. If we want women of a certain age, and we're going to send out a photo of a woman, certain age. If it was addressed to me, it would have a photo of a guy of a certain age, my age of a guy. So I'm predicting if they do things right. And if you do things right, that's how you'll do it. It's called segmenting the list. You send slightly different messages, different versions, another name for it called versioning, and you will send slightly different versions of your sales message to different people, different lists of people. So this one being addressed to my mom, to a Marilyn, gets an older woman photo there, and then I'm sure speaks all here to what she's looking for, and then it says premium hearing aids at manufacturer direct pricing, and that's what we call reason why. If you're going to give a discount and say we got the lowest prices, you got to explain why. Is it because they suck? Is it because they're bad quality? Is it because these were returned and they've been damaged? Is it because they had water damage in the flood the other day and you're selling, why? Oh, I see, because it's manufacturer direct. Now I understand. Manufacturing direct. You cut out the middleman. I save money. And on the back, we're going to continue. In fact, here we have all the photos and we have the discounts and the details and special offers. Originally, $2,200, save $1,400. Boom. That's how you do it. Oh, and then they have locations here. Look at that. Convenient locations to serve you. Their call to action is a free hearing evaluation. Should have put a value on it. Could have said, $97 value, limited to the first 20. They could have gone a little stronger here, but they got their new location in Scottsdale that they're promoting, and they send it to me, and they want me to go there. Of course, what? Just kidding. I don't need a hearing aid. See what I did there? Okay, next. We got to rush through a few more because I don't want to be on here all day. This one looks good to me. Haven't read it yet, but this is where we took our Mercedes. And for anyone out there that has a Mercedes or a car like that, anytime you bring it anywhere to a auto repair shop, you are looking at minimum thousands of dollars. So they love us. And now they apparently say handle with care, confidential, blah, 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 blah. But then reward updating closed. I had no idea. Makes sense. We ought to get a reward. We're certainly giving you enough money. And this it's doing everything right instead of that doing more things right than that ridiculous first thing I showed you from the insurance. It's got an actual live stamp. And even if it's a pre-sort stamp, which it probably is, I don't have my glasses here, it still is a live version of the stamp, which I think it is. I think it's, no, I can't see. And it's in color, and it's got multiple colors and a little fancy and off-centered stamp there to make you feel somebody actually hand-stamped it, because good luck, when you stamp something, does it come out perfectly straight? No. So when you put a stamp on an envelope, put it a little crooked. So it seems like, I know a human didn't do it, but, it seems a little bit like, okay, that's interesting. It's a little personal there, and it's addressed to the right person here who is living. And I guess if I open this up, because it seems pretty personal, it's to me as a customer. And could they have sent an email? Sure. Is that the smart way to do business? A smart way. Is it the smartest way? No. Could send an email. Maybe they did send an email, but they would send an email and the direct mail piece. And to your paying customers, is it worth an extra buck to send this out by the mail? Again, Mercedes owners, we give them lots of money. Is it worth $1 to mail something to us? And look at that. Here's our member number. Ooh, we got a long member number. A little ridiculous. I don't really think you've worked on over 1 billion cars, or how many numbers, 16 digits there. That's like over 1 billion. But anyway, Michelle Sipress, there you go. Variable printing, it's called. You're using the person's name right there in the headline, and the headline in red is going to be big and bold and make me want to learn more. So that's what a good headline does, unlike that first piece we showed, right? Michelle Sipress, you are only 294 points away from your next award certificate. Oh my goodness, that's really smart, because now what are we thinking? Gee, I hope the car breaks down. Gee, what other maintenance is coming up? Boy, I want to get my 294 points so I can get my next award certificate. I don't even know we got a first one. But then again, Michelle's the one that deals with all this stuff. And you earn 1 point for every dollar you spend. So we're only 294 points away. Points earned this period, 1,206. There it is, $1,206. Because you came in with your Mercedes, you earned $1,206 because it's 1 point for every dollar. And no matter what, when you bring it in, it's $1,000 or more for anything. And we redeemed. So that's very smart. So when my beautiful wife Michelle brought in the car and they took out the bill, they were like, it's so much, you've already over 1,000, and you get to redeem rewards. And that leaves you 206. And now they get to mail a letter saying you're only 294 away from getting to the 500 to get another reward. So they use the magic of another, because we've experienced the reward. That sounds good to me. We saved some money, I'm guessing, or we got some bonus or who knows what, and we are soon to get another one. No card required. We download a free Royalty Rewards app, if that actually is Royalty Rewards, which it is. I see the logo on the bottom. So that's a friend of mine, Rory Fatt, that owns the company Royalty Rewards. Very smart. He works with all kinds of retailers. And I do have this little, you perforated with a little scissor there to cut this off the bottom. You hear the perforation, it comes right off, and there's the quote, check. To my beautiful wife, Michelle, special offer. Oh, double your points on your next visit. As long as you bring it in the next couple of months, you get double the points. Blah, blah, blah. Very cool. Okay, and I'm sure there's a little more to it. Oh, I was going to toss it, but I guess we should keep this. And we'll keep the whole thing. And there you go. Okay, next on the treat list, we got another treat. We got the Val Pack, where I might have $100 inside the envelope. Otherwise, I just throw these things out all the time. And you can look back through the archives on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, my blog, my podcast, YouTube, wherever, and you'll find once I did actually go through every piece in here and critique it. But now, the only real thing I do with these is open it up and see if I have the $100. Oh, they fooled me. It's a $300 certificate. Because I don't know what the $100 certificate would look like, so I got to kind of open it up to see, and it doesn't look like it's in there. So that's the end of that one. I will, by the way, the reason I haven't tossed that, I'll hand that to my beautiful wife, Michelle. She might see something in there. If something we're about to buy, you might as well save some money. Next, oh, it's another one from, guess who? State Farm Insurance again. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? This one unopened, but oh, no. Could it possibly be the exact same? Oh, no. It is indeed the exact same crappy letter from a different person, another unsuspecting agent. Holy crap, you've got these agents, how rude by this company. And don't think it isn't happening to you if you're a sales rep with a company. Gee, I put it back in the envelope before I threw it out. You've got the same crappy envelope. You got the same crappy letter from two different agents saying all the same crappy thing and nothing about the different agent, nothing different other than the name on the bottom and the sucker, the agent, who is the sucker who paid money to State Farm, who said, oh, you're an agent, we'll market for you. And they mailed two identical letters that both are useless, and neither one would get me to call anyway, for the same person. Hey, if you're watching, either one of you, you know who you are. Again, I'm not going to embarrass you by putting your photo and your name on there, even though you ought to be embarrassed by that. And you ought to be pissed off by that, and you ought to tell the company what the hell. And forget even doing that. You ought to just do it yourself, okay? Hire me, hire somebody else, read a book, do something, go to years of courses like I did, and years of seminars, and years of coaching and consulting, or just hire someone who knows what they're doing and start making money right away. But that ain't doing it. Okay, next, I like this one. All you got to do when you mail out a postcard with your offer, you want to mail it again like 2 weeks later, because people say, oh, I'll get around to that, and then it gets piled up and something else happens, or they throw it out, or they're not home, or whatever. And then you mail it a couple weeks later, and they go, I was thinking about that, and all you got to do is put on there last chance. And that's it. That's the only change you got to do. When you got something that works, mail it out again. Now, realize I just said when it works. If you mail something out, you get crickets like that crappy State Farm crap that will not work at all to get anything. Don't mail it out again. But if you mail this out and people go, wow, it's open 24 hours, you got a map to where these fitness places are, it's only $9.99 a month, 0 enrollment free, I guess that's a good deal. It sounds good to me, $10. So that sounds good, even though, of course, 90% of people are not going to use it. But it's only $10, so what the heck? Sounds good. They got some response. They say, what should we do next? You should just mail the exact same thing out again, put a little stamp on it. Something looks like a stamp. Where is it? Over here. That says last chance, and mail it out again. That's as easy as that is. See, this marketing stuff is not that difficult, folks. It's actually fairly easy. I saw the return address on that one, and I got to show you. This time every year, I fail to renew my AARP membership only so I can see what marketing are they going to do to get me to renew. And so I ignored their renewal letters and postcards and calls and emails they've been sending me since, I think it's up in December, and they started sending me in August, September, October, It's almost November now. I'm still going to ignore everything and see more and more what they're sending me now. There is a card enclosed, and I can feel it, and it says right up there, non-transferable card enclosed, probably because it'll have my name on it. And it'll undoubtedly just be a card that says, renew your membership. Oh, sorry. What, did I just say undoubtedly? Because I'm wrong. So undoubtedly, I'm undoubtedly wrong. It's AARP, for those that don't know, is really just a guise for selling insurance. And this one is to save money on your car insurance. And so the card is, I'm an AARP member, and I get to save money on insurance. So it's not to renew. It's just to sell me car insurance. Much better than the State Farm thing, by the way, because look at all they got. They got the involvement of the card, which I can peel off and say, ooh, ah, and they got the whole, card is enclosed, non-transfer, it's for you. That gave me a reason to open it. Then I can read their sales pitch, which is likely a lot better. It doesn't just say their name at the top and how great they are, even though it does. It's got a headline right there, big and bold, of why I would want to read this, to save money as soon as today. However, not interested. I'm fine with my auto insurance, and even saving $357 is not worth the hour or two it would take to fill out all the paperwork. So I'm fine with that. Oh, look at this. We only got 2 left, and one of them is another Valpak, this time coming in pink, because I'm guessing October, which is like breast cancer month, and they're doing something for breast cancer. And let's see if I get my $100 certificate or $100 bill. I don't know. $100 could be in here. Oh, 10. Almost thought it said, like, even though I'm sure there's like a 1 out of 70 bazillion chance of this. So likely it's not in there, but there we go. We open the Valpaks, and I saved the most interesting and fun one for last. It is a invitation size envelope. If you ever get invited to a wedding or anything else, it looks like this. It has some golden letters with the special fancy lettering, and it's in a kind of a fancy envelope of this kind of size, so it sticks out from the rest. And sure enough, they say right on the back, it's from a company called Tiny Prints, and you are opening a sample custom envelope from our collection. This goes to my favorite way to sell. You sell using what you sell. Brilliant. So if you're selling people on, hey, I can make you money with postcards, you would send people a postcard. If you say, I'm a great email marketer, send them a great email with a great subject line that they open it up, and you go, see, I got you to open it, and now see, I'm getting you to read it, and I can do the same for you. So here they're saying this is a custom sample envelope, and I get the and I go, wow, that's a great custom sample envelope, and right here goes my exclusive offer. So special delivery, my exclusive offer, and I will open this up. And we have a special exclusive offer. Is it Halloween yet? I don't know. Doors, bells ringing. Honey, do you hear someone's knocking on the doorbell? Do we have our Halloween candy ready to go? Is it Halloween yet? I thought that was tomorrow. Oh, we got something going on at the door. Okay, so look at that. We got happy holidays. Enjoy 40% off plus free shipping. That's what we call the irresistible offer, right? 40% off plus free shipping. Wow, that just sounds really good. And we're thrilled to share the arrival of our most luxe holiday collection ever. Shimmering sentiments, touches of glitter and foil, showcase your season of splendor in the best holiday card ever. So all kinds of fancy writing there to tell me, just like the fancy envelope or the custom envelope, it's all fancy, and do I want to send out fancy stuff for the holidays and blah, 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 and they're selling it with their fancy card, with the gold highlighting on there, you see that, inside the fancy envelope. And do I want to send this out to all my clients to say thank you for being a client, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you say. And that's a smart way of selling. Sell with the thing you sell. And obviously, it's also a great way of getting something open. Who's not going to open an envelope that says special delivery, and who's not going to read something that has this fanciness on it? It'd be even better if they use variable printing and put my name. Variable means the printing changes with every piece, and you would put the person's name. Wouldn't you want a, what do they call it, an engraved invitation, a personalized engraved invitation? Hey, Steve Sipress, or that was to a previous resident here, but whoever was, hey, whoever, we want you back, or we want you to do business with you, or we want to do something special for you. But we got an offer ends 12/31, that deadline is way too long in the future. Way too long. Should have said deadline a week from when you mail it. Because if I say, that sounds interesting, I might just do that, let me put it aside, it's going to get piled on or thrown out or forgotten about long before the deadline, and it's out of sight. That's just happening, by the way, with an event that I'll be attending in a couple of weeks. The guy sent out his marketing and his emails and whatever else. He sent me a letter or something, whatever, like, 50% off early bird special ends in 2 weeks. And then every day I get an email, hey, you didn't respond yet. Hey, you didn't respond. I'm like, right, because you said 2 weeks. If you would have said you got to respond right now, I would have bought the tickets. Already put it on my calendar. Already told other people I'm going. But you know what? I'm waiting till the deadline because I'm human, and humans wait till deadlines. It's called the power of a deadline. So make a short deadline, because who knows? See, all that's happening now, I'll go on with this. All that's happening now is I put it on my calendar. I've told other people I'm going. I know I'm going, and all I can do now is unsell myself on, but maybe I won't. Maybe something else will come up. We got a couple more days. It was the end of the month. It was a deadline. Something else might come up that I feel like going to instead. Maybe I just don't feel like going. Maybe I talk myself out of it. Like, you're making a mistake by having too long a deadline. You're giving people too much time to back out, because that's human nature. As soon as we make a buying decision, we immediately have what's known as buyer's remorse. And we start thinking, should I have done that? And so even though it's on my calendar, and even though I've told a client of mine that I'm going, so I got an email from my client that was sent out to his list, or I saw it on his social media, something like, hey, people should go, and it was on social media. I put a response. I said, I'll see you there. And so I'm like committed to going, but I haven't bought the tickets yet. And I thought about it. I said, it's almost undoubtedly I'm going, but you see what I said? Almost undoubtedly. If I would have bought the tickets 2 weeks ago, of course I still don't have to go. I don't need the couple $100 or whatever, but I would be much more sure that I'm going, instead of now, something else might come up. And boy, I don't have to tell you, but I will tell you, you don't want that. You don't want people deciding to buy, and then your deadline is so far advanced that they don't actually make the purchase, which gives them the opportunity, even an emergency could come up, who knows, to not actually buy. So, short deadline. Anyway, a lot of lessons there for a Direct Mail Monday. Thanks to everyone for being here. I don't see a lot of questions, comments, concerns, but I thank everybody for the likes and the shares and the love, and just for being here and all that kind of stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a lot out of it. And most of all, I hope you take action on what you learn from my videos, so you make some money. In fact, so you make a lot of money. Speaking of which, I'm going to help you make even more money tomorrow on Topical Tuesday, where I will give a Halloween message, and I will also share the pumpkins that my beautiful wife Michelle and I carved and showed you on yesterday's video. I'll show you the finished product, although I can smell in the air another finished product, the baking of the pumpkin seeds. But the actual pumpkins that we carved, I'll show you those tomorrow on Topical Tuesday, and I will give another business lesson as always. Thanks for being here today. Catch you tomorrow. Over and out. Bye-bye.